It's challenging for those who haven't experienced MMA competition to grasp the intense emotions that accompany a victory. However, in some instances, these emotions can lead athletes to display disrespectful behavior. Now, let's list without any specific order fighters who exhibited a lack of respect after securing a win. In the ninth bout, Jorge Masvidal faced off against Ben Askren, and the lead-up to the fight was filled with trash talk. Masvidal confidently expressed his belief that he could beat Askren in any way he wanted and dominate him throughout the entire match.
Dude, I just want to torture that guy, man.
Askren, on the other hand, dismissed Masvidal as an idiot and stated his intention to torture him in the fight. The showdown took place in 2019, and Masvidal lived up to his words by securing the fastest UFC finish of all time with a 5-second flying knee that knocked out Askren. However, Masvidal didn't stop there. He further taunted the unconscious Askren and even mocked him by flopping to the mat. Reflecting on his post-fight behavior, Masvidal defended his actions, stating that,
"So you could do anything. Everything is cool before a fight. You're allowed to do and say whatever you want, but after a fight, I'm not allowed to showboat and rub it in your face so you and guys like you could see it and be like, maybe I don't talk so much shit because when I cross one of these real motherfuckers, they're gonna make me pay for it, man." It's not over for Ben either. He still has to deal with me. If I see him at Whole Foods, I'm gonna still slap that dude up.
Despite the victory, Masvidal emphasized that it's not over for Askren and threatened to slap him up if they ever crossed paths again because of his dislike for him. In the eighth instance on our list, we delve into the intense rivalry between Jon Jones and Daniel Cormier during their first encounter at UFC 182. These two fighters with contrasting personalities inevitably clashed, and the animosity between them reached remarkable levels over the years.
If you ever did something like that,
you could never kill me.
Oh, I bet you I could.
The heated exchange between Jones and Cormier during the fight showcased the deep-seated disdain they held for each other. Jones, known for his ability to get into his opponent's head, took advantage of the situation. In the closing moments of the match with victory secured, Jones celebrated prematurely, exacerbating the tension. Seizing the opportunity, Cormier dropped his hands in acknowledgement of the fight's end, prompting Jones to land a couple of sneaky punches. While Jones's tactics were questionable, they were well within the rules. However, he didn't stop there. Jones taunted Cormier without remorse, intensifying the already fiery feud between them. The bad blood persisted, leading to their eventual rematch. Jones expressed his disdain for Cormier, showing a lack of respect, and even hoping for his rival to be in a state of distress. The anticipation for a rematch lingered, with Jones eagerly awaiting the chance to face Cormier once again. Number 7 on our list, Renzo Gracie faced off against judoka Ben Spikers, and the finishing sequence left much to be desired. Although Gracie secured a submission victory, the real drama unfolded outside the octagon. Tensions escalated between the two during the press conference, setting the stage for a contentious showdown. However, Gracie's actions post-submission raised eyebrows. Refusing to release the hold, he crossed a line by attempting to kick Spikers when the referee intervened. To compound the situation as he walked away, Gracie deliberately stepped on Spikers' head, adding a disturbing element to the altercation. Despite later apologizing for his behavior, this incident remains a stain on Gracie's otherwise illustrious career as a fighter, and, subsequently, as a coach. While he went on to build a positive reputation in the fighting world, this remains one of the darker episodes in his professional journey. In the sixth instance, the clash between Khabib Nurmagomedov and Conor McGregor is a focal point. McGregor, known for provoking his opponents, particularly earned the disdain of Khabib. Despite McGregor's attempts to get under Khabib's skin, the latter emerged victorious in their bout at UFC 229. However, the aftermath of the fight was unforgettable. Khabib, not satisfied with a simple submission victory, escalated the situation. Engaging in a verbal altercation with Dylan Dennis, McGregor's training partner, Khabib leaped over the octagon, triggering a full-blown brawl. The chaos spilled into the cage as Khabib's teammates targeted McGregor. This incident, unfolding with the world watching, marked one of the most intense moments in UFC history. Khabib's actions drew mixed reactions. When questioned about his actions, Khabib defended himself.
This is not my best side. I don't understand how people can talk about I jump on the cage. What about he talk about my religion, he talk about my country, he talk about my father. He come to Brooklyn and he broke bus, he almost killed couple people. What about this?
The incident was a chaotic and unprecedented night in the world of UFC. How do you perceive Khabib and his actions during this event? In the realm of memorable post-fight interviews in the UFC, it's impossible to overlook the clash between Brock Lesnar and Frank Mir in their second encounter. Lesnar, having learned from his initial submission defeat, showcased enhanced experience and composure in the MMA cage during their rematch. After successfully defending his title and putting Mir away, Lesnar grabbed the microphone to share a humorous analogy about Mir having a horseshoe in a rather uncomfortable place.
Mir had a horseshoe up his ass! I told him that a year ago! I pulled that sumbitch out, and I beat him over the head with it!
Beyond the horseshoe banter, Lesnar also took a lighthearted detour, revealing his plans for the night, which, amusingly, had nothing to do with Mir.
Sit down with my friends and family, and hell, I might even get on top of my wife tonight. See y'all later!
It was a post-fight interview that seamlessly blended humor and celebration. In the case of Shinya Aoki, it's not just about submitting his opponents, there's a certain unpredictability to his fights. Can we expect an early finish? Well, take a guess. He's going to sleep, he's going to sleep. These words, often associated with Aoki, highlight his ability to end fights decisively. Beyond his in-ring skills, Aoki is known for his post-fight antics, and the clash with Mizuta Hirota was no exception. After snapping Hirota's arm with a Kimura instead of calling it a day, Aoki took it a step further. Fans were left in disbelief as he grinned and waved his middle finger at his downed opponent. This moment of cold and controversial behavior stuck with Aoki throughout the years, adding a layer of notoriety to his celebrated status in Japanese MMA. In the third position, we have the showdown between Israel Adesanya and Alex Pereira, a recent highlight from UFC 287. After securing a spectacular knockout against his longtime rival, Adesanya celebrated by mimicking Pereira's famous bow and arrow gesture. However, what truly sets this moment apart is Adesanya's unconventional revenge. He walked over to Pereira's son and wife, taunting the young child. Adesanya recalled the incident 5 years ago when Pereira Jr. had done a similar taunt after his father's knockout victory. Adesanya admitted to being petty.
I'm petty, bro. I remember. So the first time he knocked me out in Brazil, his son came into the ring and then started to just lie dead next to me. And I'm like, you little asshole. I looked for his kid and I pointed at him and I saw him and I was like, hey. Just to remind him.
It's a peculiar revenge tale, but then again, Adesanya is known for his eccentricity. In the second place is Israel Adesanya faced Paulo Costa. Adesanya, known for creating memorable moments, responded to Costa's pre-fight trash talk with a determination to pay him back. Despite Costa's bold claims of destroying Adesanya, the latter secured a second-round TKO victory. After the fight, as Costa lay dazed from the defeat, Adesanya took the opportunity to add some insult to injury. This post-fight behavior raised questions about sportsmanship, especially for a champion like Adesanya. The animosity between the two fighters was evident, but the extent to which it played out may be subject to interpretation. Whether the display of behavior was justified or not is open to debate. Some may argue it was payback for the pre-fight talk, while others disapprove of such actions, considering it as unnecessary and detrimental to the sport. The aftermath of the match left room for judgment on whether the post-fight actions were warranted. At number 1, in the clash between Michael Venom Page and Evangelista Cyborg Santos, it's evident that the severity of the injury inflicted by Page was not immediately apparent. Page threw a pokeball after attempting a flying knee, causing a disturbing crackling sound. Unbeknownst to him at the time, he had fractured Santos's skull, leading to its concavity. During the incident, Page didn't realize the extent of the damage and initially thought he had merely caught Santos's nose. However, the outcome was grim. Santos suffered a severe skull injury that marked the end of his fighting career. This incident stands out as one of the most gruesome flying knees in mixed martial arts history. Adding to the controversy was Page's celebratory act, which, while creating a viral moment, left a sour taste due to the unfortunate consequences for Santos. Despite Page's subsequent success in the Bellator welterweight division, this incident cost him some fans. Santos never returned to the fighting arena, and the aftermath of this encounter serves as a stark reminder of the unpredictable and sometimes devastating nature of combat sports. If you enjoyed this video, show your support by liking and subscribing. Thanks for watching, and stay tuned for more content.